I thought Bria had an exceptional game tonight, not just on her kills, but her energy. She brought it tonight. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, for sure. She passed well. She served received well. She had a big block on her side of the court for us. And I think she brought energy, but she brings energy all the time. She's always a hard worker. But tonight, I think she was just feeling it and just couldn't do anything wrong. It's just fun to watch her and fun to watch any kid when they have that. I think we're playing just super aggressive in the back row. And I thought maybe a key to the game was Reagan Boone up there. Whenever we got blocked 3 or 4 times and she covered our hitter, they blocked it and it looked like it was going to the floor and she dug it up. And I think that happened 2 or 3 times. We wanted to play real aggressive. I think they probably serve a little more aggressive than what we do, and if we serve received well, we knew if we got to our hitters, we thought we could get around their block. I thought they did a great job digging Bella. I thought she had several big hits that they just put up. They kept off the ground, but I don't think they quite had as many big hits. They've got big hitters, but they didn't get them the ball in a good spot quite as often as we got our hitters in a good spot. But saying that, we had Bria hit out of the back row twice, which is not, quite in system. That's not what you want to do, and she was still pounding it from back there. So overall, we're just playing hard and aggressive and together really well. Definitely, we've had times this year, this club has had times where, they're like, oh, we just can't do anything right, or we should have got that ball and we didn't. But you just can't let those compound on one another. It happens once, well then you got to just dig deep and keep the volume loud on your side of the court. Hannah does a nice job of that. She's talking to the hitters all the time, and I just feel like our back row with Bria and Bella and Angela and Reagan, they all are working hard back there. And when you're loud, communicating well, and playing aggressive, even in the back row, that makes a difference.
What kind of a win does this mean for you guys?
Oh no, it's big. They've got good hitters. They've got a good program going on. I think that we probably got the momentum and then they lost it a little, and then they kind of felt like they couldn't do anything right for a bit, which just happens in volleyball. But for our program, we just want to win those games that we should win. And we got Charleston this week, then Charleston tournament. Then we'll go into a little more of the Apollo. We've got some really tough games coming up after this weekend. We feel like this weekend we should work and have a shot at winning that tournament, and then next week we'll start back in the Apollo. Which, when you've got Muhammad and those guys, it's you don't have much time to breathe.
And we have certain things we have to work on, and what we're working on, we don't have time to because we played Friday and Saturday at the Crossroads, and that kind of revealed some of the stuff that better teams can take advantage of. Well, Crossroads, you got nothing but good teams. Tonight we're playing Effingham again, and we haven't had time to really bear down and work on those things because we played this weekend. We're playing tonight. We play Stu tomorrow night. So Wednesday's really going to be the first night we get to work on some of this stuff. But even then, Thursday we play on the road. That is some discussion stuff we've been working on in practice. Not just Riley. It goes back to some of the stuff we've been working on that revealed in the Crossroads with where we set the ball, timing of approaches, and we've talked about it. But again, we just haven't been able to fix it. So that sometimes with Riley, you've got a situation where you can go, hey, you're coming in a half step early every ball, and she can sit there, okay, I'm going to wait, and then the next night, wait. And she did hit well tonight. She hit 400 on the evening.
You played Effingham on Saturday at the Crossroads Classic, and you kind of knew how to game plan for them tonight, but what was the game plan coming in?
Didn't have one. I don't worry about game planning. I think you start chasing. It's a fool's errand. That if I start worrying about who's on the other side of the net most of the time, we forget to do what we're supposed to do. And I would much rather have us trying to run a system and an offense and a defense that we know and we're confident in than trying to adjust to what they're doing. The objective, what we need to do is with every rotation, is force them to worry about what we're doing instead. I thought what really showed tonight is Effingham's athleticism across the board with that senior class they've got coming through, and that and I think it's highly underrated. you could tell those kids like playing with one another, that they like being around one another. And I think that's a very underrated aspect of volleyball, that if you feel comfortable with the people you're with, if you like playing with them, it's easier to rebound when there are errors and or you hit a rough spot.
So you mentioned you have Sioux Straws tomorrow night. The teams that you're playing now, the tough competition, how much better does that make you girls as a team?
I feel like I'm running for office. I'm not sure you can answer that directly. I think the challenge of any schedule is scheduling teams that are relatively at your ability or just above it. So that if we were to suddenly play the University of Illinois, we're going to get smeared. Illinois is not going to get better from the experience. We're not going to get better from the experience. So the trick is to play teams you're capable of challenging and being close with and growing from in that experience. And that's the tricky part. With Stu, I think the advantage they've got stands in the middle and made the All Crossroads team with Hallie Mumal.